we're looking forward to visiting the Space Centre and meeting the people there, and particularly meeting the astronauts. Yeah, a number of students have prepared some presentations that they are looking forward to giving about why we are exploring space.
Well, I'm just excited to have the kids here.
How's your parents? Did they like you to go to Russia?
Yeah, they're proud of.
They allowed you.
They're proud of being able to come.
Who?
They're proud I'm allowed to come here.
Ah, they're proud.
I expect it's going to be something that I'm not going to forget, because it's something that probably a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, so something that I'm not ever going to forget.
To get to know more about space and like spaceships and what goes on in there and space stations and stuff.
It's different and exciting to be in a new country.
I'm a teacher and an engineer, so I'm delighted to bring the students to experience the Russian Space Agency and something they would never ever experience without this visit. I think it's wonderful.
They were chosen on their ability in physics and maths, and every other person in school has asked, why not us? So the competition was really strong.
They don't care. What do you think? What do you feel about your members? You have space program, and you should accomplish all tasks they give you. In fact, I brought a space glove from a space suit to work outside, and later you can try. You have no chance. You should work. You have no time to think, discuss inside. That's why after 10 minutes you just forgot you have space suit, you just work. Again, it's heavy, it's strong, that's why it's one of the limits why we have not so many ladies or women in the Russian space program. It's shuttle launch March 8, 2001. The same process, launch, approach and docking to the station. In ISS we have different docking system, we can mention. And these guys in black shirt, it's previous crew, first mission, and I was commander second mission. We flew 4 days together, then they took place in the shuttle, landed, and we continued to work with Jim and Susan. It shows how International Space Station look like. It shows how we control station. We have procedures, we have computer, and we send command through the computer system and have a feedback on the screen. We repaired during our mission carbon dioxide removal system. And again, twice per day we exercise, treadmill or bicycle. And actually we have no time to relax, and during this run actually we use DVD player, put on the screen and watch some movie.
So when you came back to Earth, did you feel really heavy? You know,
after landing, somebody gave me like normal pen, and I thought it's maybe like half of kilograms, because this muscle which keep this doesn't work in waistlift. That's why they lost feeling, real feeling what's going on. And actually we lost a lot of muscles, and it's very hard to sit in the first couple of weeks because bones very close to the chair. Yeah, it's a real problem, and you want to find the right position for that. But you adapt very quickly. Like every hour, you feel better and better. But first couple of hours, you're not stable. Actually, it looks like earth shake or your muscles not strong enough, and it's hard. But you just tired quickly than usual. And actually, I told I am better sitting instead of staying, and I'm much better when I lie instead of sit because you just tired a little bit quickly. I bought we call penguin spacesuit, maybe because of blue color, and they called all-day wearing suit. And this looks like normal suit, but there is benches underneath, and every time you want to move, to change, you have to fight with these benches. It's not convenient, it's very warm, but people who wear this suit not all day, but like 4 or 5 hours during the day, they almost not reduce calcium or muscles. That's why I try to use. I didn't wear all day, but actually 3-4 hours every day I wear. If somebody wants to wear or just attach suit, just feel free.
This presentation absolutely fascinating. It was wonderful to be able to see what life's actually like on board Soyuz, and to hear the cosmonaut himself talk about that, describe those experiences, was fantastic.
It's informative. It was very informative. It was quite inspiring at times, and it was lovely to see the interaction in the film with different crew members. That was really important to see how important it was for all of them to get on well together. On the TV, in newsreels, not like that. That was so clever. And to be able to, you only see a snapshot when it's in the news. There, you actually saw it, and it was wonderful. Really a clever way of presenting it.
Это саламандра. This is саламандра. Значит, у нас на мире проводилось очень много исследований с различными животными.
For good station here we conduct many experiments with living organisms,
В том числе вот с саламандрами, которые... Некоторые саламандры летали к нам на станцию Мир по 5 раз.
Some of salamanders made 5 flights on board station, some of them. Back on Earth and then again on board the station.
Они находились с нами в полете те же полгода, как и мы.
And they stayed together with us 6 months like us on board the station, then fly back on Earth and fly again. Together with France, we conduct experiments by using salamanders to understand how reproduction function is working in latest space. Due to those experiments, we got unique results, but unfortunately, they were not.
And can you imagine that first stage of American rocket Atlas has Russian rocket engine. So NASA, American, bought Russian engine called RD-180, and it is very successfully used in American rocket industry. Chief designer of Russian rockets and spacecrafts. His name is Sergei Korolev. He designed that rocket with his team, and Sergei thought that it is very good to use that rocket to start launch payload into space. And first he decided to send first artificial satellite into space called Sputnik. That satellite was designed and created in our city at the Rocket and Space Corporation Energy in our city, and it was launched into space in October 1957. It happened in April 1961 when first man visited space, and it was Russian Soviet astronaut. His name is Yuri Gagarin. Yuri Gagarin flight was very short. The duration of his mission was only 108 minutes. So he made one revolution around our planet Earth, and then Yuri landed on Earth. So flight was very short, but it was very important because first of all it was first flight of man into space, and we understand that we have all necessary rockets and techniques which allowed us to send man into space.
Space Olympics next year. We've accompanied 2 schools from Derbyshire who have come to run through the Space Olympic programme and practice their presentations, and also we're fortunate to be able to go and look at, we're going to the mission control this afternoon, we went to the training centre yesterday, so the children that we brought, the students we brought, are really having an exciting week here. So that's the main reason why we've come. Talking about discipline, do you, in certain schools, insist on uniforms? Right.
So it can be a skirt and trousers, but something formal.
Yes.
But some schools, they have the uniform.
Yeah.
in this room the library, boys' corner, the girls' kitchen, hospital, and every room has appropriate for the age toys, books, you know, and even the ways of furniture is positioned here.
Space Olympics is a great event because it gives you a chance to highlight your abilities and wishes, to demonstrate your creativity and to broaden your knowledge in different fields. It's a competition of talents, so I wish you good luck and success. On behalf of the administration and City Council, I would like to give our dear guests a symbol of Korolev City and cosmonautics. It's a model of our first rockets, which allowed other countries to join space exploration.
On behalf of Derbyshire County Council and the teachers and students of Parkside School and Long Eaton Academy, will you please accept this gift as a mark of our thanks? One of the things I'd like to do from the visit that I've made here this week is to help form a relationship with Korolev. We think it would be very interesting exchange of teachers, a very good exchange of students, because although we have recognisable similarities, we have some very interesting differences which will make those sort of experiences very valuable for kids in the global society.
Part of that ambition, as Mike said, is about developing international links with other countries so that we can learn from them. So hopefully we will have a relationship now with Korolev City, which will be to our mutual benefit.
space program, it's a very completely program, and in our center very many departments. This hall using for training cosmonauts in simulator of International Space Station. Now in space working two big Russian models. It's a model Star, habitable model, and model Dawn, sunrise or sunset. In Russia, Zarya. In middle part have special docking part, model pier. With this pier may dock in spaceships, cargo ships or transport ships. This small chamber using as airlock for preparing to extravehicular activity. 24 years I had job in this center as test engineer. Many times I am included into special program for preparing cosmonauts to living and jobbing in these conditions. 24 years I had job on the biggest centrifuge in the world. It's a place for preparing cosmonauts to job in overload conditions. If you need drinking, water as ball flying in your mouth and no go inside. Having gravity. Cosmonauts drinking very interesting. Fixing water inside mouth, close mouth, don't breathing, stop breathing. If you're breathing, water may moving outside with help your nose or stop it in breathing system. And then creating special national moment, moving head forward, and then drinking. Your question once more. Send me.
Are they models?
Every model with help some rocket flying to space, launch to space, and then docking with main model. And this construction all very long time moving around our planet as moon, as satellite. Spaceship small, volume for 3 people, using only as space lift. One time moving up, one time moving down. And this ship may docking with station, and cosmonauts, after docking, opening door and moving inside space station, and may living in normal conditions. Normally air for breathing, normally pressure, and outside condition not good for living. Centrifuge department designed in 1968. First cosmonauts trained in Moscow on small centrifuge. And in 1968 designed this centrifuge. Biggest problem for cosmonauts, pressure inside the suit. Outside haven't pressure. Inside oxygen for breathing. Pressure inside bigger as pressure outside in Russian space suit Orlan 0.4. And suit as ball in space. And very strong moving. This job very good fitness. Underwater, creating pressure inside suit bigger as pressure of water 0.42.
Now we are driving along the Garden's Ring
So the center is on the right side. In front of us, there is one of the 7 Stalinesque skyscrapers. There are 7 skyscrapers built right after the Second World War with the traditional spires, and we can see one of them, Transportation Ministry in front of us with the spire traditional for that time. And now finally we are entering Lubyanka Square, and we can see the main palace of the former KGB on the right side, which is now called Federal Security Service, FSB. This square is now huge. The main facade of the Federal Security Service is decorated with a huge clock. The Great Palace on the right side belongs to the Federal Security Service as well. Behind that Great Palace there is a church, tiny church. In front of us we can see another Great Palace with the Russian flag. The former Central Committee of the Communist Party of the Soviet Union. Now it belongs to the head of the presidential administration. So the administration of the president works here in this part of the Kitai Gorod, this part of the city. Churches were built in memory of the great victories. It was supposed to be dedicated to the saint on the day of which one of the battles was fought. That's why 8 chapels. But the architect added the central 10th roof chapel dedicated to the intercession of the Virgin, because Kazan, the Tatars' capital, fell on the day of the intercession of the Virgin. So the 8 chapels that were commemorated square. From here we can see the presidential palace, the one with the dome. It's the presidential palace. So the Kremlin is the residence of our president. Dmitry Medvedev is the name of our president. As for Red Square, it's 700 meters long, 130 meters wide. And in fact, it's red only for you. For us, it's not Red Square. It has never been Red Square. We call it Krasnaya. This word had another meaning, beautiful square. It's not a joke, really. This word Krasnaya had another meaning, beautiful. Beautiful. It was possible to say about a beautiful lady in the 17th century, Krasnaya lady, Krasnaya Devitsa. I can't say to a beautiful lady, oh darling, you're so red today, your face is red. And this square is not red, it has never been red. You think that it's red, but it's not true. For us, this word meant beautiful. Really, beautiful square.
chief designer of spaceships, created first satellites and spaceships, and his ideas are still used even nowadays.
The sleeping cabin for the astronauts and cosmonauts to sleep. There are two of them on both sides. Here in the middle of the station you can see the place where the cosmonauts sit and have their meal. And you see it's the modern, as I say, microwave. Of course it's not the modern microwave, it's the special place to heat the food. And here you can see special places for drinks, bread, napkins, scissors, the main course, a place for a fork and for a spoon. Here you can see two drinks. So here they sleep, eat, drink, and above there are some canisters with oxygen inside.
Well, actually, even scientists believe that if it is your first time when you have touched the meteorite, your wishes will come true.
Now you can see the city. On the left, the Neva River. Far away, a tall spire, this is the fortress of Peter and Paul. And on the opposite side, on the opposite bank, you can see fire. Food stores are burning. When they were burning, people came out of them and collected snow with some remains of food. They hoped to feed their children with it, because there was no food. It didn't save people from hunger, from death, If you look to the left, you will see a woman in a black coat. Can you see her? She was going to bury some of her dear people, but she didn't do it. She died herself. She died of starvation. Many people fell into the streets of Leningrad, and there was nowhere to bury them because too many people died. If you look up, you will see 8 Nazi bombers, U-88. They are flying away after dropping bombs on the city. Under the bridge, there is a woman with water. There was no water from 1941, and people often took water from the river, from the Neva River, from the Fontanka River.
Well, it's got to be meeting the Russian cosmonauts and just seeing how beautiful the buildings here are. So, yeah.
My thing is the way that Russians actually behaved and reacted to us, because I was expecting them to shun us and ignore us, but actually been really helpful.
I think the hospitality and the personalities of everyone at Vashad and at the school we visited, it was brilliant.
I think the programme has been inspirational for our students, and I am looking forward to some of them taking part in the International Space Olympics.
Best impression of Russia, I think, would have to be meeting the cosmonauts and realising how brave they were to go and do what they did.
I thought the best experience I've had this week is going to the Russian school and seeing all the Russian leaders my age. Yeah, I thought that was really good.
The best part of the week for me will be meeting the cosmonauts, because it's like a real honour to actually meet someone who's been in space that you probably only see on telly.
The best part was when I was meeting new people and trying different foods from what I normally eat, so that was it.
Very warm impressions about Russia and the Russian people, and the great reception that we've received and all the help and support that we've had. High spots, many high spots as a visit. Meeting 2 Russian cosmonauts was an absolutely wonderful experience, but also the chance to see some Russian culture and visit Moscow and Red Square in the Kremlin was absolutely outstanding.
Meeting the cosmonauts was an amazing experience for me, and getting an insight into Russian culture has been fantastic, and it's been very easy for us to do that because of our guides. Our English-speaking guides were so good that we were really able to understand everything that they were telling us, which was fantastic as well.
My favourite was probably going to the school and meeting lots of new people, because they were really kind.
It's probably been the hospitality of all the Russians. It's been a very nice stay, and I've enjoyed every moment of it.
I think it's been great, educational. I've enjoyed meeting all the cosmonauts, and I thank you all for your hospitality.
I like to see all the cultural differences and the fact that they accepted both science and religion at the same time.
I liked that we got to meet like the cosmonauts and stuff, and like they were really friendly and stuff, and like to answer questions so we could learn more information. It was really nice.
I like going to Red Square and meeting all the cosmonauts and seeing all the historical buildings.
Same here. I liked the cathedrals with the domes, and I thought that was fascinating how they survived.
Everything has been great. I think the best part about it is everyone in Russia's really friendly.
Well, all the sites have been good, like the buildings, the Kremlin and stuff, and the hospitality's been really good.
Best impression was meeting both the cosmonauts. I was really interested. And we were really happy to get both their autographs, and it was nice. And it was nice to like really talk to them about their experiences, and we enjoyed learning about the history of Russia as well.
I think that one of the best bits was getting to meet the cosmonauts and going to places that ordinary people can't go, like Mission Control Centre. And I think the hospitality's been brilliant as well.
I thought everything was good in its own right.
I thought meeting the cosmonauts and going to Red Square was amazing.
I think the country's been absolutely beautiful, and I've enjoyed all the space activities. I think my favourite part was going to Star City and seeing all the different models of spaceships and things, and that was really cool. And going in a real life-size model, and I just love the culture here.
My best impression is, well, my favourite thing was Mission Control. It was amazing. Visiting it was, well, it's just like everything you've seen on the TV, and then knowing that everything has happened there. It's truly amazing.
I like the architecture in Russia. I really liked the St. Basil's Cathedral. It's very beautiful.
I like the Kremlin. It's really interesting to see all the things.
My favourite thing and best impression about Russia is the history and the architecture, especially from Ivan IV and before the communism started in Russia, because it's all very interesting and intricate.
I thought it was the architecture of the churches, the dedication to the religion.
My first impression was how grand and spectacular all the designs of the buildings are, and not just that, but also at the camp in particular, how welcoming everyone's been towards us, and it just sets a really good impression because, you know, we all really appreciate it. Yes.
I really liked all the buildings, the amazing buildings, and again, all the nice people.
The religion and the culture is very complex and different, and my app's cool, just saying. My best impression of Russia was just to be here, because I never imagined that I'd be a year in Russia. It's just been a great experience all week. I wish I could come again, and if I can, I will.
My best impression's been going to all the war museums, science museums, and going to things like the cathedrals and seeing the Russian culture.
I think there's been enough relationship this week for me to think that we will have a long-lasting relationship and we will have exchanges, and that will be brilliant.
I think we've enjoyed meeting the cosmonauts first and foremost as being the most significant thing. The trip to Star City was absolutely fantastic, and it was great to see how the astronauts train. That's all the space activity. It's been very exciting right the way through the week. But there's been some important cultural understanding that's happened as well. And we've enjoyed visiting the historic sites, but also I've really enjoyed going to the kindergarten and the schools, meeting the staff and meeting the children. That's been a really uplifting experience.
I was very pleased that the Mayor came to the event, very pleased to meet him and the Chairman of the Education Committee. I hope in meeting him and talking to him that that's going to allow us to have a relationship between Derbyshire and Korolev City.
It was really important to meet the Mayor, I think, and to get a high level of political support for the twinning arrangement that we want to see take place between Derbyshire and Korolev.